Alright, hey guys. So, we are back. And this one shouldn't be too long of a video, and this one's on meat goats and miniature goats. Alright, here we go, guys. In many countries, more goats are kept for meat than for any other purpose, and many people prefer goat meat to any other. Well, we're not going to be going that route, so. Since slightly more than half of all goat kids are male and only a few mature bucks are needed for breeding, most young bucks are raised for meat. Surplus goats of any breed may be used for meat, but a breed developed specifically for meat puts on more muscle and does so more rapidly than other breeds. We'll just sell those goats if we have to. I'm not eating them. In the United States, two types of goats are primarily for meat. The Boer goat. The main meat breed today is the Boer goat. B-O-E-R. Boers originated in South Africa, where they were developed for their rapid growth, large size, high quality meat, and uniformity of size, meat quality, and color. The Boer has a white coat, a brown or dark red head with white blaze, and horns that curve backward and downward. A mature doe weighs 150 to 225 pounds. A mature buck weighs 175 to 325 pounds. Spanish. Before Boer goats became popular in the United States during the latter part of the 20th century, most meat goats were essentially those that were left to roam over brushy range or forest land in the south and southwest to keep the land cleared of brush and undergrowth. These goats were often called Spanish goats because the first feral herds were brought to this country by Spanish explorers and left behind to furnish meat for future expeditions. Because these goats vary greatly in shape and color, the term Spanish doesn't really refer to a specific breed. Mature does Mature does weigh 80 to 100 pounds and bucks weigh 150 to 175 pounds. Miniature goats. Miniature goats are smaller than full-size goats and therefore produce less milk or meat. Minis eat less, require less space, and have scaled-down housing needs that make them ideal for cold climates, where they spend a lot of time indoors. The two miniature breeds are African pygmy and Nigerian dwarf goats. African pygmies are blocky, deep, and wide. What the hell is that? And their faces are dished. The most common color is a goody, meaning they have two-tone hairs that give the coat a salt and pepper look. The pygmy has the muscular build of a meat breed. Mature does weigh 35 to 60 pounds and mature bucks weigh 45 to 70 pounds. Nigerian dwarf. The Nigerian dwarf is a miniature dairy breed. It is smaller and finer boned than a pygmy and has longer legs, a longer neck, and shorter, finer hair. Nigerian dwarfs are lean and angular with faces that are flat to slightly dished. Dwarfs come in all colors. Mature does weigh 30 to 50 pounds and mature bucks weigh 35 to 60 pounds. A dwarf yields about 300 quarts or 600 pounds of milk per year, which is 1/3 the amount you would get from a regular-sized goat. Despite its stockier build, a pygmy doe produces about the same amount of milk as a dwarf. The milk from miniature goats tastes sweeter than other goat milk because it is higher in fat. It says name that meat. In the United States, most goat meat is marketed as cheval, a term coined by combining the French word chèvre, which is goat, and mouton, sheep, and used to describe the meat of older kids and adult goats. The pale, tender flesh of milk-fed kids is called cabrito, Spanish for little goat, or occasionally capretto, Italian for little goat, and a term more commonly used in Europe, Great Britain, and Australia. Some buyers simply call it goat. Okay, and that was on the meat breeds, meat goats, and miniature goats. And I'll go ahead and get this up there, and I will see you guys on the next one. Not really saying when that's going to be. It might be tonight. I don't know. Goat milk is the next one, including milking equipment, milking a goat, milk output, milk handling, that kind of thing. And then it goes into raw milk versus pasteurized milk sensitivities. whole and skim milk, goat milk versus cow milk. So, alrighty. I will get this up there and I will see you guys in a bit. Bye, guys.